My name is Marcus. This happened around 3 years ago. I was 15 at the time. I lived in a small town in Montana. It was a mountainous area of the state, and I only had few friends that I could regularly hang out with because I lived an hour away from my school. One day, my parents were going on a trip together, so they left my oldest brother with me to take care of me. But of course, my brother just entering college. He was a party animal, like most of the young college idiots. The day came when my parents left. I basically did what I did every single day. Went on Reddit, found a ton of creepy stuff. I always loved the dark and creepy side of the internet. It was 7 p.m., just after my parents left, so did he. He wasn't supposed to leave me alone because if something happened, no one would know because we live in such a scheduled area. But he left while I was on Reddit and I had no idea. I went downstairs to ask my brother if we could order a pizza, but I assumed he had left because his car wasn't in the driveway. I called a few friends and asked if they wanted to come over, and it would take 30 minutes for them to get here, but I was fairly patient dude. So I just waited in the living room, went on my phone and waited. When they arrived, I opened the door for James and Connor. We went to my room so I could show them a few things I had found. I had found something that we all had an interest in, the dark web. I had never thought about actually going onto it until now when I had a few friends with me. I honestly wasn't scared since I knew what I was doing, and so did my friends. I asked them if they want to go on there, and to my surprise, we all agreed and went on. At first, it was just your usual drugs, gun, or exotic animals. We went on to creepy number list and found a ton of food delivery services that were apparently creepy or scary. We were going to order a pizza, so we thought, why not order from a shady pizza shop? We used James' phone because his number is California number, so we thought they wouldn't be able to find us. Guys, every single number is in our state. James pointed out. That sent a slightly worry through my body, but I just ignored it. Maybe a coincidence. I carried on. I picked up his phone and dialed the number. It rang and someone picked it up. A voice in the phone said, "This is Kenny Pizza Shop. What can I get you?" I thought to myself, this is stupid. It's just a normal pizza shop. We ordered the pizza, sent our address, and waited. We talked about how normal it was and how it was probably some annoying person on there trying to trick someone. Anyway, we waited for about 30 minutes. Nobody showed up. We were watching videos on internet, mysterious, and got distracted. Soon enough, 2 hours later, nothing was coming. We shrugged it off. Of course, I was annoyed that I wasted $15 on nothing. I just assumed it was some stupid scam. So I asked my friend if they wanted to just make some ramen or something. And we agreed. Went into the kitchen and made ramen, but all of a sudden a knock at my door. Connor laughed. Probably the pizza shop. 2 hours later I went to the door and opened it. It turns out it was the guy from the pizza shop. He began pleading to me to let him in. I asked him what was wrong. He told me he had no time to explain and they were coming. I let him in and we slammed the door shut. All of a sudden, a car pulled in the driveway and the guy drove onto the floor panicking, but it was just my brother. The guy got up and ran to my room. My brother slammed the door when he walked in. "Where is he?" he said with a stern voice. James and Connor stood back. I pointed at the room and my brother ran into the room and locked the door behind him. We heard a blood curdling scream and three shots fired. Me and my friend ran out of the house and called the cops. We explained as quick as we could and the cops were on their way in 50 minutes. As we hid behind the house, we heard the screams and yell of my brother. My brother was going absolutely insane, and I was truly terrified when the cops arrived. We found out my brother had got the man and hung his body parts to the ceiling and had 15 other bodies in his bedroom. My brother killed 16 people brutally. They also told me my brother had planned to kill me and my friends. He got sentenced to death penalty, and I never heard from my friends after that. I assumed out of fear they abandoned our friendship. I don't blame them. I don't understand how everything happened, how my brother was on the dark web or anything. I don't know why he wanted to kill or why he killed who he did, and I never want to.